Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan. Welcome back to Blueprints. It's day 92, and this is episode number 75. Hope you're having an excellent day. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, in our last episode, what did we get up to in our last episode? Mostly I remember being in Lost and Found a lot. That's right, we were reconsidering the letter puzzle, which I have right here. We were reconsidering the letter puzzle, and in fact, we did actually change things around a little bit. We failed to complete classrooms last time, I believe. Amateur lockpick kit, I like that. 2 gems, 2 keys, I like that a lot. This is like almost an ideal mailroom order for me personally. I like all of those things. Let's grab our money and go pick an outdoor room. And then see if we can't figure out what to get up to in today's run. So we have hovel, we have root cellar, we have trading post. I like root cellar for digging. I don't mind trading post for items. We have a key card right now. I don't know. I think we do. And then a hovel I'm not a huge fan of. Let's take a root cellar. Dang, those are kind of the like my list of outdoor rooms right now that I would love to get, outer rooms, is shelter, is schoolhouse, shrine, tomb. And instead, we got 3 of the 4 that I don't care about. Oh boy, that's all right. Has there ever been a shovel down in here? I don't think so. There are a shit ton of dig spots though. Holy cow. Okay, so let's go ahead and get inside. We do have a key card and a lockpick. Let's see what we can get up to today. Up to 7 gems already. That's right, we freezered last round. That's right. 7 gems already. Early din leads us towards the corner. Look for locked trunks. Observatory we like. I used too many stars last time. We're basically going for conservatory or bust here. Go music room. Music room is nice. We'll get a couple keys. We have to spend some gems, but what do you think this... Nope, that's not the right one. What do you think? Where is that note with the constellations on it? I feel like maybe that is... I thought it was here, but this is the denoted in verse. Investors needed. Investor needed? Denoted in verse. Oh my god, I just had an idea on what those might be. Holy shit. Veranda is a greater chance of finding items in green rooms, which is fine by me, but I don't really want to spend all these gems. I'd love to get a shovel, though. Let's do it. Fuck it. Shovel. I do see a chest there. We'll come back to this. I just had an idea. There are, denoted in verse... I don't think this is really a... You ever have an idea and then immediately... So, like, talk yourself out of it? Investor needed. No, that works! Oh my god, I talked myself into it. Denoted in verse? Investor needed. Oh my god, that 100% works. Lord Voldemort. Open this in Photoshop immediately. Holy shit, how do I get it in Photoshop? I'm panicking. Open. Oh my god, that totally works. What I was gonna say, before I got distracted by my own brain, is I have so many notes that do not have freaking that have like little nonsensical phrases that don't make sense. Nope, that's not how you spell that. That's also not how you spell that. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. D. Oh, Jesus, this is terrible. D. E. N. O. T. E. D. I. N. V. E. R. S. E. That's something. That's something. That's something. That's a new clue is what it is. A new clue told me that this would be a type of puzzle. So then the next question is, that's this. But the one I was thinking of is actually the... I don't think a single thing I have said out loud today makes sense. I'm thinking of the constellation swirl. That also says something on it, right? It says something underneath it, and I don't remember what it says. Still don't know what the SD is. What is the SD? Let me write that down. Let me write that down. We got to do a good job of keeping track of what exactly are our questions. What does lower the SD to warn us mean? Okay, so my current, moving back from that to this, my current thought is denoted in verse and investor needed might be 2 of 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever potential like anagrams. Is that the right word? I don't think it's probably a book title, although maybe it is. I don't know. But we should probably try anagramming it into something else to see if we can come up with what it would be. For now, what is the other drawing I was looking for? It's not that at all, that's for sure. Where was it? I swear, half of the battle at this point is finding stuff inside of my notes, which are so big. There it is. It's in her ladyship's chamber. Does it never end? Oh, that looks like it's got a V. I don't know. The way we should do this is, does it never end? And then erase all this. Oh. Okay, we're on layer 2. Let's double check. Does it never end? Oh my God. What else could it mean? Investor needed, denoted inversed. Does it never end? It's got a V. It's got a couple of D's. Nuts? What? Sorry, I'm so sorry. Okay, we're gonna set that aside. Well, do I want to set it aside, or do I want to just absolutely scour my notes to see if there's anything else that could have any sort of V? The first thing we should do is look at a new clue. Absolutely, the first thing we should do right this second is read a new clue for anything that could be... I guess never mind. The first thing we should do is say, are any of my books titled in ways that could be Rearranged. Is that what it's called, by the way? My brain is all over the place right now, but holy shit, I just got so salt. Yeah, it's called an anagram. Okay. My brain is all over the place right now. I got so excited by this puzzle that it completely scrambled my brain. Can any of the books be anagrammed to denoted in verse? The Fixed Stars, no. The name of the pumping book is not gonna work. Realm and Rune is no. The Red Prince, no. Swimbird, no. I don't think I even have screenshots of Swimbird, by the way. Is that what it was called? Swimbird? We should probably screenshot that. I don't have screenshots of that. A Sightseer's Guide to Reddington, no. History of Arendia, no. The gardening book's title is Gardener's Logbook, so that's a no. Curse of Blackbridge is a no. Although, I did have a thought on Curse of Blackbridge the other day that I do want to pay attention to. Architect's Digest is a no. A New Clue is a no. Okay. Okay, so first things first, let's read a new clue. By first things first, I mean 10th thing of this episode. Let's read a new clue and look for anything that could be rearranged to denoted in verse. Page 1, no. All he needed was to find a new clue. If you found a new clue, he'd know what to do. Retraced sketches, reviewed cases. We do have close-ups of these things. Suspect list. Denoted in verse. Rose Bali, Richard Scott. No, none of these are working. This is a puzzle, and I don't know what it is. What is the puzzle? Age 13. What does the age have to do with anything? The names are all so... We know who Dick Scott is. No, that's Dick Witt. Never mind. Never mind. I don't think it's an Eurasian puzzle because the names are so obviously names. And the age has to be something. Okay, I don't know. Seeing all the signs. Okay. I don't see anything there that could be denoted in verse. He looked high and low in all the rooms. He looked and he looked under beds and in nooks. Tinder cipher. We know that all four of these get renamed. This cuckoo clock looks very funny to me. Very funny to me. And I want to get to the room 46 for that exact reason. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. Rearranging stuff. Draft the sixes becomes fixed stars. Lore word. Your name. So this is just truly an Eurasian. That's just an how have I not picked up on that? Or if I did, I totally forgot. That's just an Eurasian clue. So I'm going to write that down. Lore equals word. Jor equals name. Of course, we already have it written down, aka screenshotted, but writing it is not going to hurt. Stayed up all night. Study the maps. What does staying up all night have to do? Does the time passing in the game, does that matter? The best medicine is not yet evidence. If I were to look at this book and say, hey, this is... We should probably do this while we're here. If I were to go through this book and say, hey, I feel confident that I have solved something on this page, that would be one way of saying I have solved... That would be one way of saying it is possible this page has been solved. Have I solved one thing on the page means it's possible this page has been solved. This page, it has a sign, which we know is a puzzle, related to the railroad map. We know that this is the start of the bulletin board puzzle that eventually gets revealed when on the last page. So we've kind of solved something on this page with the Route 8 thing. This page, we have all checked corner case rooms had a lower case clue found in the rooms. Had a lowercase clue. Had a lowercase clue. All checked corner. So that we solved that part, right? Not parlor and not library. Dead cases, we think is dead ends. Lavatory, closet, attic. Suspect list, I have no idea. So we've solved something on this page, but I also think there's probably still stuff left. This is the page with the numbers, so this is how we got to the solution of the last page. I don't know if these candlesticks are a puzzle or a clue. I don't know if this rook is a clue. I don't know if this is a clue. This is a castle. This is a rook. This, angel. This one has a sign on it, and otherwise I really don't think I've solved anything on this page. This one is not particularly interesting. Not particularly... I'm not confident in this page. This one we have solved the book title thing, which happens more on this page. We have also... We're curious about this cuckoo clock. This one teaches us more about the book puzzle, changing the names around. Right. I don't understand. Gates and Gates is a clue to a different thing. Mary and Mary, my mom. This is an Arajan clue. There may still be more here, but I think we're doing okay. This page gave us the microchip. But there's, I think, more here. I don't know what it is, but I think there's more there. Cuckoo clock? Medicine? I don't know. Oh my god, I've seen these photos. I just now realized I know what these two photos are. I've seen these photos. This is my mom. We think it's my mom, Philip, and Caleb. And then this is the ballroom photo. May Line Jor tells us that this is Arajan. This is the XYZ thingy, which we think points us towards the fourth looked north. but who knows? There's the clue about this map. Dead end major key, seeing all the signs, that points us towards the sign key, the sign puzzle throughout this whole book. And then this page. Oh my god, I wrote down. I think I just solved it. This is so funny. I wish you guys could see it. I'll hold it up to the camera. A couple pages ago, I wrote down, I saw something which I had never written down in my book before. Lore equals word. Genre equals name. I wrote that down in my notebook. I just kind of flipped through my notebook and found a random page to write it down on. And I wrote it on a page that does have some space on it and the XYZ ABC puzzle on it. So it's not like I picked the most random page of all time. But I wrote it down without thinking, directly beside a note that I have written, that I wrote down probably the first time I read this book. It says, suspect is ma, line, jor. And there is an arrow pointing to ma that says small. And then there is an arrow pointing to jor that says question mark, question mark, question mark. Which is so funny because I just solved both pieces of the puzzle and did not put them together, despite writing them right beside each other on the page. So we believe now, with that piece of information, I think this part right here, the suspect is a key, refers to an archival key. Wait, holy shit. Is that what this means? Does that mean I think it's LEEB, LEEB, or potentially LEEBO. Okay, let me walk you through. So the suspect is minor. In blue means true, right? Blue is true. Red is a lie unless it is handwritten. The suspect is minor. True. The suspect is not a minor with an E. The suspect is major. But that's the opposite of minor, so how does that make sense? Well, the way that it makes sense is it's major. Small name. Suspect list is inside of this book. There is one name that is very short. We should go to the zoomed in version. There's one name that is very short. And it's the hilariously, other than Dick whatever, it's also like the only name I remember in this. Where is the fucking... Oh, it's at the beginning, right here. Other than Dick Scott, it's the only name I remember. Bo Lee. Do we think it's small as in short, or do we think it's small as in young? There's two youngs. There's also a reference in the archival thing, in the grotto, to the naming convention of the user keys having to be broken at some point. I think it is probably Lee B. Because it's 4 letters instead of 5. Holy shit! We're cooking! We're cooking! We're absolutely cooking. Oh my god. I love this game. Okay, so that leaves us with, to wrap up, to continue what we were doing, I thought that this was probably, up until 30 seconds ago, 2 minutes ago, I thought that this, the suspect is a key, and this part up here were potentially different puzzles. Despite the fact that they both say the suspect. I thought they were like different things. But I think in fact what it is saying is the suspect is the archival key. There you go. We're going to have to try that very soon. There's also probably more to solve here with the amount of faces on the screen. I'm not sure with the amount of information on this bulletin board. I'm out of breath from having solved this puzzle, I think. I still don't know what this means. But hey, progress. Maybe progress? We're going to have to go to the grotto to find out. I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath from having puzzled too hard and from being a little sick. Okay. Let's draft from here, and then we're probably going to go outside because I think it makes the most sense. Bedroom closet here makes sense. Early break room for more keys. I think probably bedroom closet. A die. We love that. Yes, I used the correct singular form of die this time. Don't expect me to do it again. I think we do it from right here. I think we go right now. Because we'll never have a cheaper way to get there in terms of footsteps. And I'm also hot on the case. I'm hot on the case. I'm very curious to find out if Lee B or Lee Bo. I think it's Lee B. My money is on Lee B. God, I hope it works. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Victory. Cheers. That feels fucking amazing. That feels fucking amazing. Getting a clue completely from a new clue. Solved. Yes. I'm going to be riding this high for the rest of the day. Okay. Network settings. What do we got here in terms of... I do not understand this timeout setting. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Terminal timeout setting. Let me try one more time. Timeout setting controls how long a computer terminal stays connected to the network without disconnecting from the server. The default setting, immediate, requires a new connection each time the user attempts to log into the network. That's functionally how this works for me every time. I have to log into any computer anytime I click on it. So I don't understand why I've changed the setting, but nothing works. It might be because things are like, maybe that's a setting that would have mattered if the estate was in a different, if people were living here and if things were different. Electronic mail settings are all on, which is good. Check connection. Yeah. Inbound and outbound is off. Okay, what about user database? 3 additional delisted admin keys. Let me circle Lee B. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Okay, admin logs. Data files and admin logs, I think, are going to be the ones that get very interesting. Because I think some got deleted, right? I think some of these got deleted. I should double check. I don't know if I have screenshots of this. I have not screenshotted anything from the grotto, apparently. Which is probably a thing I'm going to regret. But it's so many screenshots, you know? So for now, let's ignore that. This is stuff we know about. Network has been named Blackbridge. Oh my god, that's the other thing I was going to tell you guys about. I had an idea the other day. After we drafted Classroom last time, and there's the letter about, in Classroom, about a page 38 and 39, right? Let me find it so I can bring it up in front of us all. 36 and 37. So here's my thought. I don't know of any books that have a page 36 or 37. Minus potentially 1. I think every other book that I have is not going to have nearly that many pages. But one of them does. I don't know whereabouts 36 and 37 are. Oh shit, they don't have numbers. That's not good, actually. Okay. Do we want to try counting? 1 or 1? This is probably going to be futile, but let's try it. Let's try 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is kind of related to the XYZ ABC puzzle that we solved because that was hard to count, and I don't remember how we counted it. Let's do it this way. We'll do it here. Let's call this 1, 2. Oh my God, you guys can't see this. I haven't had it on screen at all for the last 30 seconds. I apologize. I don't know how long I have not had this stuff on screen. My bad. Dang, I did a whole dramatic reveal and everything. I was like, this letter says page 36 and 37. I can't think of a single book other than this one that has 36 pages. Okay. Oh my God, I'm sure you were very confused. So here's the question, right? Is this page 1? Is this page 1? Is this page 1? Is this page 1? Let's go from the start. 1, left or right? I think we go right. Let's go left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34. This would be 36. This would be 37. That does not seem particularly promising. Okay, we're going to leave that alone. I think I'm barking up the wrong tree. That did not look like a promising page. I was kind of expecting to get to a page that just had like a genius, like, read the italics on this page, or like, hey, read this piece of information that you would never notice unless it was sort of removed from its context. Maybe striking out on that one. I don't know. We can come back to it if we need to. Page 36 and 37. Anyways. All right, back to Blackbridge Grotto. We have admin key access, regular maintenance report, fixed a connection error that was occurring between office and security. Lee B. 3 new admin keys have been added to the network's user database. Lee B. Prov C. Prov C? Prov C. And you Hown? Prov C and you Hown? No, Hown you, sorry. What? Okay, my immediate question is this. Let's go a new clue. Let's go suspect list. No? Okay. C, Prov C. No, I was thinking of L Charity from last time, who was like the schoolmaster or whatever. I have no idea. C Prov. C. First name C, last name Prov. You, first name, Hown, last name. I have no clue. So they've been added to the network's database. Admin log view access has been restricted to those admin keys. Lee, we are... Provc says, Lee, we are planning something later this year. I need to make sure communication on here is not being archived. Are there additional steps we can take to ensure privacy? Already taken care of. We are now bypassing message archiving. Randolph, comma, shouldn't notice anything out of the ordinary. Why the comma? Is that an incorrect comma? Good, no one else on the estate knows we're here, other than Mary, of course, who saw Lee on Tuesday, but Hound Yu has a plan to take care of her. What the fuck? If it must be done, it must be done. See to it that the body is not discovered. In 87, the last thing we need is for the Red Guard to be snooping around here. In 87, what's the timeline? What's our timeline here? If this is how I find out my mom dies, I'm gonna freak my shit. We think she's good, right? We imagine she's good. This is the same year. This is 87. She committed this. I mean... She won't be found, rest assured. This is all on the 21st, right? This is 3 days later. Hound Yu says she won't be found, rest assured. Let's disperse for now. I'll meet you all at the safe house in Reddington in 4 days. Then once the inquiry is over, we will proceed with our plans for the museum. Months later, 4 months later. Resuming operations, Bo Lee says. C. Prov says, welcome back, Lee. I've been camping out of the old schoolhouse for the past month, waiting for your return. It's spacious, quiet, and should prove to be an effective base of operations outside of the purview of the staff and the Baron. 2 weeks later, we should have an opening on the first day of September. Can we be ready by then? I don't see why not. 3 days later, Hound says. First off, respond to your emails more quickly. Negotiations for transportation are in the final stages. If all goes well, we'll have air passage to Nuance secured for that date. So here's what we know about these people. Living on the estate. Knows Randolph by first name. Calls them Randolph. Calls my mom by first name, Mary. What the fuck is happening here? It's like there's like the conspiracy I know about with the 4 people in the safe house, which apparently happened. But these people are also claiming my mom is gone. And this is like a different conspiracy. Nuance? I think Moore is planning a scheduled maintenance soon. This is a month and a half later. 8:25. I think Moore is planning a scheduled maintenance soon. We should likely wrap things up here. I'd say it's time to scrub these logs. They might fall under some scrutiny in the near future. All of them have been delisted and deleted from database. Holy fuck. So, hold up. Lee B is not archival access. It's admin key. But I do get access. Wait. So, it doesn't say in the bottom right-hand corner that I have archival access, but I definitely do because I can see the archived admin logs and deleted entries. Hartley Ruota gets activated, then deactivated. Kimberly Thompson gets added. Okay. What about data files? That's just trophy data still. I heard from somebody on the YouTube video that apparently thanks to the compression of the images of the video, during either my recording process and or the uploading to YouTube process. You guys can't see what I can see here, which is that there are 4 entries that say duplicate save data, clear save data, create backup, or restore from backup. It's really, really faint, but apparently that is not visible to you guys because of the loss of detail. Okay. This is the biggest mystery I have uncovered in ages in this game. I have no idea who these people are. Bo Lee, Hound Yu, Prov C. I don't know who they are. They work at odds against my mother, which is very strange. And we should absolutely screenshot things because I've been basically debating screenshotting stuff, and I will absolutely be screenshotting stuff here because this feels very important. This feels like the most important info I've gotten in the game in a while. So let's do it. So let's just call this admin logs 1, and we'll put it in its own. No, we'll just put it in the big admin log 1, the big folder for now. Admin log 2, Prov C. I don't think there's any reason to try logging in with the other usernames, but you better believe I'm gonna try it. Just because there was never a good reason has never stopped me in the past. This is why puzzle games are the fucking best. When I started today's recording, my goal in the back of my head was, hey, let's draft Conservatory. Because that feels vaguely within my control. It's not. It's still a roll of the dice. Everything else is wildly out of my control. Are we going to get furnace freezer, get information from a room that I haven't gotten yet? Are we going to get Mechanarium unlocked? Are we going to get XYZ? It's all just so out of my control. And now here we are, chasing down, uncovering, like, the biggest... Uncovering 2 different mysteries, because we also uncovered investor needed denoted inverse does it never end. All on the same episode. I mean, we've barely played the game. All I've done for 43 minutes, all I've done is stare at screenshots on my computer and read. It's great. It's so good. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna log in to Prov C. So Prov C and Hound Yu do not count, but Lee B does. So why? Why did the delisted ones not count? That's pretty weird. I don't actually understand that. That's completely strange to me. I figured all 3 of them would have the same access as each other, right? That's strange to me. Okay. Where were we? Let's draft some rooms. Let's go see if we can get Conservatory. Hey, good looking. It's end of episode Ryan here to tell you not to fret. Listen, this is the end of this episode. But this run that you're watching ended up being a pretty good long one. And this was a really nice place to sort of split it into. So today you get a shorter episode. And next episode is going to be longer. I think closer to an hour and a half long. So, chock full of goodies. So, I know, sad times for now, but it's not. It's not goodbye. It's just talk to you later. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Enjoy. Bye.